I was with my mother, and we were driving in my green 55 Chevrolet down the streets of suburban Washington, where I grew up. And there had been a lot of hoopla that at some point this radio station, this AM radio station, was going to play the Beatles music for the first time, and people were kind of waiting for it. And while we were driving along, it came on, and I heard it. And I got it. I got how powerful and energizing it was right away. And I was kind of in a point in my life where I was learning that photography could take me anywhere. So I said, wow, I wonder if it'll take me to that show. I wonder if I could be there. So I contacted one of my magazine clients and asked them to get press credentials, and they did. I went to that concert not with the idea of photographing it as an event, but with the idea of coming away with portraits of these guys. They were an unknown species to American culture. They were bringing something that was so different that I wanted to get an up-close look to see who they were. The press is really managed now and corralled, sort of, contained, handled, right? And at the press conference at Washington Coliseum, it's just this cluster of people wandering around, nobody shuffling them one way or another, and I was very motivated to come up with this stuff that was as unique as it could possibly be. And I looked and noticed that nobody was up on the stage, and I thought, wow, I wonder what it would be like to be up on the stage and see what I could get up there. The one that we refer to as the iconic picture, I didn't even see it until I opened these negatives in my basement, 10 years ago, or whenever it was, 5 years ago. Because when I did it, it was so underexposed that I couldn't have printed it with traditional photographic technology. It needed the digital revolution to be able to let me excavate it. It turns out to be the most, single powerful image, I think, in the whole collection. To me, there's this kind of time tunnel quality to that picture. You looking back at this incredible phenomenon that was monumentalized in this picture. I'm really proud of that picture. The air in the room was bigger than life, bigger than time, bigger than something. It was a big energy that gathered up everybody in the room, and everybody in the room was immersed in it. As I've looked back on it, it's become more distinctive with time. The magnitude of having had that experience has become more distinctive with time. And I realized it was an enormous event in my personal life. It filled the gas tank with jet fuel. It set the bar for me of what it meant to be an artist. I didn't have a flash gun. I couldn't afford a flash gun. I had to take my cues from what the light was giving me or showing me. And that principle was seeded in my way of approaching photography at that concert. And light became the focus of my work for the ensuing 40 years. People will say, I love the way you use light. And I have come to be able to say, I love the way light uses me. Because I think that's what's going on. These pictures were full of crud. A lot of dust, a lot of scratches, all of which had to be removed to extract the pure image. And in the process of doing that, I noticed this big chunk on somebody's heel, and I think it's McCartney. I realized it wasn't crud, it was a reflection, it was light. And I thought, wow, another cue from light. And it's in the shape of a perfect little heart.